Last week, controversy broke out at Western Michigan University when a, quote, mostly white choir performed a number of African American spirituals at a concert. The choir was led by John Wesley Wright, a black musician and expert in spirituals. The university said the performance highlighted, quote, a part of history that is probably not talked about enough in the general population, unquote. The university then went on to say the concert, quote, reflected what inclusion is all about. But one Western Michigan student was displeased with the performance, posting a video of herself grimacing as students of all different races sang the songs. Quote, so apparently Western Michigan University thinks it's okay for white people to sing Negro spirituals while the instructor talking about, quote, these songs don't belong to one race, unquote. They sure as hell do, said Shaylee Fott. Soon her comments went viral and the school faced a national backlash for the show. It was just the latest example of university administrators bending over backwards to bring diversity and inclusion to campus and being dragged for it. Schools all over America have stuffed their payrolls with diversity administrators meant to help students feel more comfortable, but in many cases, the effort has backfired. These counselors only serve to convince students they are constantly under attack, even when schools try to pacify the students with more diversity initiatives. Take the University of Virginia, which recently moved its LGBTQ Center out of the basement and up to the third floor of a campus building. The university thought the new location would be more accessible and visible for gay and lesbian students. But a columnist writing for the student paper criticized the move, saying the more visible location could put students in danger. Quote, this visibility can be quite distressing to many students, as entering the LGBTQ Center is often tantamount to admitting that one is a member of the LGBTQ plus community, said the student, calling the new location, quote, potentially dangerous. Of course, we all know that the UVA would have been criticized had it continued to house such an important diversity office in a basement. Speaking of UVA, last week a video of an African American student giving a speech urging white people to stay out of the campus Multicultural Center rocketed around the internet, forcing the school to issue a statement emphasizing that the center was open for people of all races. The school rightly condemned the idea of banning white people who wanted to come to the Multicultural Center to learn about other ethnicities and cultures, which should be the entire goal of such a center. That was the goal of administrators at the University of Montana, who decided to teach students about the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. by sponsoring an MLK Day Essay Contest. Problem is, Montana is a very white school, and every one of the entrants was white. When the white winners were announced, the school was deluged with complaints, and the school eventually had to apologize. For college campuses, this is just a lesson that it's a waste spending time and resources trying to pacify the protest crowd. If you give in to their demands, there will always be less reasonable demands further out there. Your good deed will always go punished. The lesson from the theatrically woke is that the best way to avoid criticism is to never even try in the first place.